nice if they just pass this around. There's still a pretty distance and everything.
It's like we're at a wedding and everybody's getting ready to say something about or we're at a funeral, everybody's getting ready to say something about the deceased.
Well, tonight it won't be too grim.
It's very, very unusual. Very unusual. I know you guys are going to ask. Obviously, Jaime took a hard fall. All our doctors did all the stuff. They actually cleared him, but I just wasn't comfortable. I wanted Mike Lewis out to go watch him warm up. And I'm always going to err on the side of safety when it comes to my players. So I just didn't feel comfortable about it, win, lose, or draw. So you got to. I think that's your job when you're the coach. Sometimes you got to save players for themselves. You know, that kid would run through a wall. So it's my job to and he might have been. He's probably, you know, he says he's fine. They passed all the concussion tests and all that stuff, but he fell pretty hard on his head. So, and sometimes that stuff takes a while. Symptoms could show up 2-3 hours later. So I just thought it was the right thing to do. Once in a while, I'd do something right.
Coach, it seemed like you were trying to go into the paint a little bit more with Miles Johnson. You know, he
Yeah.
was 5 of 6. Can you talk about his game?
Well, he's got 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 deflections. So he's got a UCLA triple-double. What I told him was, that's who I want to see every game. You know, so for him, being included in the offense and having things demanded of him, I think he's been such a nice guy his whole career. People have just kind of accepted who he used to be. And my message to him is coming here, you know, I don't accept that from any of my players. I came here to try to win a championship, and I want every guy to become a better player, make the NBA or play in Europe or whatever they do. So he's getting pushed at every turn here like he never has before.
What about Tiger Campbell? You got
Same with
Colorado went on a run, and he seemed to, you know,
Well,
score.
same with him. See, I've seen that guy in practice. Now, some of their strategy was to force him into a shooter. That was their game plan. I'm not telling you any secrets. I mean, it was very clear that was their game plan. And I like the fact that he didn't even think twice. Because for us to become the team we could become, we get everybody healthy. We get Peyton's confidence going. You know, Tiger's got to be the guy that's capable of that. And if you want to have that game plan, he just go get 21. But he's, you know, another guy. Everybody, you know, I accepted he was a young player for 2 years, grooming him, giving me his best effort, but not anymore. I'm trying to, you know, he's got to try to be one of the best players out there. He's got to take it personal, like what happened in the Gonzaga game, like that matchup. You can't happen. Not for us to be who we want to be.
With Miles, has this been a continual challenging him or something?
No, every day. But, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. So tonight you saw the culmination of a lot of hard work. You know, Darren Savino should have been a head coach 3 years ago when I left Cincinnati. You know, he should have gotten that job. Now, Wes Miller is my friend, and I'm doing everything I can to help counsel him, and I want nothing but the best for him. But Darren's as good as there is. He has no business still being an assistant. He does an unbelievable job developing players. So you're seeing a lot of his work with Miles paying off.
Was this a continuation of the defensive effort that you started to see against UNLV?
Well, in the first half.
Yeah.
Second half, we give up 38 points. You know, now obviously, hey, they got good players. Colorado's as well coached as a team. You know, Tad's going to call timeout. He's going to try to adjust. He went small. He was big, then he went small. Obviously, you know, no Jaime. We're playing makeshift lineups. But we're getting better defensively. We're still not quite all the way there yet. I think part of it is Johnny and Tiger played too many minutes. So I think that, and it's new for Miles playing that many, 28 for him. I think for us to be who we need to be defensively, we got to probably play nobody more than 30. You guys get tired. That's what happens. You see what happens on the defensive end.
You had kind of a second unit going on there too in the staff? Is that something you've been trying to put together?
Yeah, I thought that was a big part of why we were able to put the run on them. We keep trying to push the ball. We keep trying to use our bench. Jalen Clark did a lot of good things, and he does a lot of things that don't show up in the stat sheet. But, it's just a process. Peyton's still a young guy. The physicality gets him at times. He just wants to do so well, so bad to help his team, Trying to find Jake, he got 5 minutes tonight. Trying to find him minutes is tough with Dave and Johnny. But I do think that going forward, for us to be who we need to be, it's hard to have guys play that many minutes and be really, really good defensively, but that's probably an excuse. I give Colorado credit. They had no quit in them. I thought Tad made some great adjustments.
Coach, I know you've talked about what the absence of Cody does to you guys. And on the defensive end, seeing what you guys did today in the first half against a strong front court like Colorado, do you walk away with any positive, seeing some growth in that aspect? Oh,
yeah. Well, first of all, if you tell me if we can get out of this and get Cody back with only one loss, I'd have taken that. And if you'd have told me we were going to beat Colorado 12 and Jaime has no points and no rebounds and gets banged on the ground, I'd have taken that. But I think it makes you better. If we can get out of it, it'd be awesome. And I think it's obviously going to help Miles and Kenny's development. Jaime not playing tonight was not good for my blood pressure or heart, but it was good for Peyton, Jalen Clark, guys that get, those guys that get experience. I think that makes you better. I try to keep my eye on who we need to be in March.
Coach, can you talk a little bit more about the interaction you might have had with Jaime? Did he know it was clear? I know he wants to always play. You always talk about how tough he is, but when you told him, hey, I'm going to keep you out, what was that like?
Well,
did he fight you on it a little?
Actually, he said he was fine. Then I sent Mike Lewis out to shoot with him and get him moving a little bit. And Mike came over and said, him, he wants to play. He goes, I don't think he looks 100%. That's all I needed to hear. So, because I told Mike, if he don't look right, tell me. So I told TJ Wolf, decide don't put the starting lineup in until Mike gives me a report on Jaime.
Thanks, Coach.
Not sure if you heard about Washington's COVID situation. The game against Arizona is canceled.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, it seems to be becoming a problem. I've seen a lot of NBA guys are dealing with it. It's unfortunate. I mean, we all need to be careful. Everybody get their extra shot. Do everything you can. As much as we all want to turn the page, I said it the other day. I was talking to my dad back in Cincinnati. I said, I got to skip. As I kept seeing the NBA guys pop up, these guys that are all vaccinated. It's a concern. So I don't know what protocol is. From the Pac-12 meeting, supposedly it was going to be a forfeit if you couldn't play. But I don't know if I'm right on that, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to check. So I don't know where that's at. I know we would need to play because we wouldn't play again until Marquette because we got finals. So it would be a long break for us. But again, when it comes to that stuff, you just hope all their guys are okay, their coaches. I obviously know what you just told me. Somebody mentioned it walking in. You just hope it doesn't become when it comes to the COVID stuff, you pray everybody's okay, and you hope it just doesn't become a massive problem, right, for all sports. It's tough. All right, guys, I'll let you get to them.